24 matches played, 75 goals scored. The World Cup took center stage, where the first round of matches were played in USA, Canada and Mexico. And of course, right now, every team know where they stood, what to do and how to do their assignment. On today's episode of 2 Cents, I'll be giving you my take on the game. Yeah, so I'll start off from the point of where the fans are not quite many in the stadium because ticket issues, of course. So but in recent games we have been seeing loads of fans. For example, the Portugal game, the Argentina game, we saw loads of fans in the stadium as well. So I think as the World Cup is going on, we are going to see loads of fans coming into the stadium to cheer the players as well. Yeah, so secondly, on the rules, so I feel the new rules in place is quite really shocking because we are seeing new rules in place. And of course, one point I would like to make is that the rules have made the game quicker. We are now seeing ball in play for over 60 minutes, unlike before where there is time wasting and all of that. For example, the throwing rule now, it takes you 5 seconds to get the ball in play, and also the substitute, you have to use 10 seconds to get off the field. As well as when the player is down, the coaches cannot also make a decision in terms of trying to pass information to the player. So we have been seeing the game has been faster, and this has led to lots of goals being scored in the game because a whooping 75 goals has been scored so far in this tournament. So the rules has made the game quicker. So that is also my second point on the first game of the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, so my third point on the first game we saw at the FIFA World Cup is the fact that we have been seeing teams are not shying away from scoring, because out of 75 goals have been scored and 11 goals came from outside of the 18-yard area, which means teams are taking shots, they are shooting from range, and which is quite good. And this is as a result of the new rules, because the games are now quicker and teams are now taking shots, and loads of goals have also been scored. So the attackers have also been shining, and the defenders they really need to do better going into the second round of games. So finally, on my take on the first round of matches at the World Cup, I don't think the water break at times is necessary, because in some games the weather is quite cool, so it is not necessary, because going for the water break will stop the momentum of the game for quite a long period of time. For example, the Netherlands versus Japan game, Virgil van Dijk was complaining after the game that the weather was quite cool. It was not necessary to go into the water break. And of course, if you look at the game, the momentum was in favor of the Dutch side before the water break, and then after the water break, the pendulum swings towards the Japanese team. So the water break, I don't think is necessary at times when the weather is cool. If the weather is hot, fine, all right, you can go into the cooling break. And of course, if the weather is not hot, you can just let the game go on. It's a game of football, and it's a game of momentum. Once the pendulum swings the other way, it's not going to favor the other team. So those are my takes on the first round of the FIFA World Cup. Till I come your way next time, I remain Ola Media, RSK. Stay well and stay blessed.